Hey everyone, welcome to Past Lives and the Divine. I'm Gina, the host of this podcast, and today I'm sharing a little bit of kinship magic with you. So I'll be sharing a little bit about me talking about the idea of choosing our own bodies and how that can be really helpful in understanding like how to take care of this body, appreciating this body on a different level, being able to understand it and find joy, being able to understand our bodies and, relieve stress and just feel better in these earth suits that we inhabit walking this earth. Specifically, what I'm sharing with you is a recording from my kinship membership group. So right now in 2023 with my kinship members, we meet twice a month. The first time we meet is a guided hypnotic journey and a discussion around that topic. And then the second meeting, we come together and we just discuss. So if people want to share their stories, their experiences from that hypnotic journey or in that topic area, or if they have other questions about just things that they've experienced with hypnosis, with any of these other astral travels that we do as we go on these journeys. And so what you're going to hear is just a little snip about just kind of introducing the idea. And that was recorded in the meeting in August for my kinship members. And then you'll hear the hypnotic journey from that gathering. So a couple things to know. This is not the entire meeting. So again, it's just a little snippet and the hypnotic journey. What we went into was just more specific experiences that the kinship members had, more questions about like, how is this relevant or how can we even do this? And then I also shared just my own personal experience about my time in the space between lives where I experienced that phase where I was picking out my body and understanding why I was choosing this body and what that meant. And then I also shared stories from just different clients that I just think are very interesting in terms of how we view our body and how we view the load, the emotional load that we put on our body. So it is probably a never-ending exploration, but no matter where you are, I'm sharing this hypnotic journey with you because it's really about capturing where you and your body are at right now. So if you have a specific question, if you have a specific friction point with your body, go into this hypnotic journey with that in mind and get some answers with that. And bookmark, remember that this hypnotic journey is here for you as often as you want. So as you grow and change, as your body changes in any ways, as we experience life under gravity for decades, come back, gain some new insights on your body, how to take care of your body, how to enjoy your body, all good things. And to feel good in our body, I think is something that we all greatly underestimate. And we live in a world that really makes us obsess about how we look, which creates its own problems. And so this is just a different way, a more broader scope. Within the hypnotic journey in this episode, some of the questions that I am asking are about like, what are the benefits of you choosing this body? Like, why did you pick this body? What else can you know about this body? What's the most important thing for you to know right now about taking care of your body? That's a good one that we could probably ask every single day. What can you do or stop doing to enjoy being in your body? Love that question. Love to hear what people get. So if you want to share your answers with someone, Gina@pastlivesandthedivine.com, send me what you get. I'm so interested. And then I always kind of try to end a hypnotic journey with just a more inclusive question, like, is there anything else you need to know? Any more messages from your body? So you'll have a space and time just to kind of grab any other general information about your body that might be ready for you, or if you have a specific question about your body, that's a time where you could bring that to the front of your mind and see what ideas or answers or memories pop up into your mind. Now, something I want you to know about doing hypnosis at home, doing a hypnotic journey on your own, is that it is completely safe. if you set the environment right. So because there's a risk of falling asleep with hypnosis, you want to make sure that you only listen to this hypnotic journey when the risk of falling asleep wouldn't harm you or anyone else, right? So don't be operating machines. I know sometimes people listen in the bathtub. You're going to have to make that call on your own. But really know, like, falling asleep is a risk. So take care of yourself in that space. But it is completely safe. It feels like a guided meditation, but the cueing, the length of it is just a little bit longer, a little bit more intentional to help set you up to go deeper into that brainwave state that holds hypnotic trance. Sometimes what can happen when people do these journeys on their own is they fall asleep. That's totally normal. If you need sleep, your body will take sleep. It is like the number one thing that we can do to maintain any sort of balance or sanity in our minds and our body. So if you're someone who's lacking sleep, go ahead and try it. But know that if you fall asleep, you're still getting the hypnotic suggestions. You're still creating this knowledge between you and your body, even if it's not conscious. And just know, go ahead and do it again. Maybe do it at a time of day where sleep is less likely. Maybe listen to this hypnotic journey in a sitting position or more of an upright position, so it's less likely that you'll completely fall asleep. Along those lines, the hypnotic trance is a brainwave state. It's a state of mind. So if your eyes open up, if you're sitting up, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being taken out of that hypnotic trance. And even if you are taken out of that hypnotic trance, all you have to do is just close your eyes and get back into that relaxed state and just begin again by observing what comes to mind. And that's all you have to do. So if you're at risk for falling asleep, try a different position, try a different time of day. You could even put a pen and a notebook beside you. And when I ask the questions, you blink open your eyes and you journal the answers. A lot of different ways to avoid that, but sometimes sleep happens and that's totally okay. Take it as like a really productive nap. If you go through this journey and you think, I don't get anything, this is my reminder to say, just observe what comes to mind and go with it. Get weird. Don't deny anything. Just be with it. Just observe. Know that you can remember. If something doesn't make sense, it will make sense afterward. Your brain naturally kind of connects the dots. It creates new nerve pathways and new understandings between your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. So all of that is happening, and just know that all of that is happening not only during the hypnotic journey, but even in the days and weeks after. So if you feel like you didn't get anything, maybe you didn't relax enough. Maybe it's your first time. That's totally normal. That's totally fine. Just do it again. The more often we put our brain in that brainwave state where we can hold that hypnotic trance, the easier it is for us to get there in the future, and the easier it is for us to understand what we're getting in that space and to trust what we're getting in that space. So just know, the more you do it, the easier it gets. So if you feel like you didn't get much, do it again. Within the hypnotic journey, we do the induction, which feels like a guided meditation. And then eventually I begin to ask questions about your body. And what I want you to know is, again, you can pop your eyes open and journal and free write whatever comes to mind in response to those questions. You can just continue to relax, reclined back with your eyes closed, just observe what comes to mind. Know that you'll remember. Either way, you will remember this experience and you will remember what you got in hypnotic trance. These things, after all, are already in our subconscious mind. We're just bringing essentially the unconscious to the conscious. When we get to the place where I'm asking questions about your body, there's going to be a pause between each question. And the pause kind of ranges. It's somewhere around a minute, maybe like a minute and a half. For some people, it's perfect. For some people, it feels like that pause is too long. If that pause is too long, then I would just say blink those eyes closed, take a couple deep breaths, just relax and wait for the next question. If the next question, if you feel like it comes in too soon, you can always pop your eyes open, hit the pause button, close your eyes, be with that answer. When you're ready, open your eyes, hit the play button, close your eyes, get back into it. Trust what comes to mind. Just observe what comes to mind. And of course, if you have any other questions, just send me an email and let me know. Okay, one more thing. If you're wondering about Kinship and what this membership is, Kinship is my annual membership. At the end of every year, I open up registration. You can join the membership for the upcoming year. Every year is a little bit different. Currently, as I record this, I am in the middle of figuring out what 2024 Kinship is going to look like. If you're interested in it at all, get on the wait list, and you can do that by clicking Kinship in the show notes. Okay, everybody, are you ready? Gather around the fire for this short little talk on choosing our bodies, and then into our hypnotic journey to understand why you chose your body. First of all, I think it can be incredibly just like a load off to get a different perspective than like maybe the perspective of our body that we hold in our mind every day. And whether you're someone who has never done a life between live session, or if you've never gone looking into like why you chose your body, or if you've already done that, you're going to get more information today. It's my understanding that there is so much that goes into the choice of the body that we take. Not only how it looks, I think a lot of us think of that right away. I know for me that was, and I'll share a little bit more of my story after I open it up. But I think it can just be even too like the combination of your parents' DNA into this person was like exactly what you needed for whatever reason, like the way you talk to people, the way you show up to work, who you are, your abilities, your emotional intelligence, whatever. So I think it's just so fun to get that point of view, especially as, just growing up, being socialized as a woman. There's so many, it's just like we're always, it's whether it's outright, like, got to get control of your body, or just implied of just like kind of a constant war with our body, making peace with your body. And being in the wellness industry, I have so many thoughts on how much money and time we waste, like in the effort of trying to change our bodies. Not that the effort to change our bodies is not right or incorrect or a waste. That's an individual decision, but just like the amount of time we spend thinking about it in ways that is my understanding that is not really the path if we want to get to a space where we feel like strong, confident, at home, free, whatever it is, however it is that you want to feel in your body. I'll kind of start from the beginning just in case. I feel like a lot of you kind of know this just from the podcast and all of that. But just in case someone's listening who doesn't know that, I believe, and it's my understanding, that before we come down to earth into this body, we are choosing everything, like our parents, and we're choosing our bodies, and we're choosing like where we're going to live, and maybe even setting up soul contracts. Like, if you make these decisions and I make these decisions, our paths are going to cross. And when they do cross, maybe we could do X together. So there's all kinds of things that we can plan. For me personally, I think it's all up for planning, with the exception that with other people, we're dealing with other people's free will. So they could change on a dime, and that could leave us, without that soul contract being able to fulfill. But regardless, like when it comes to anything outside of like who we are, I think we can kind of influence that, make a plan. But when it comes to who we are, picking our parents, we even can like pick siblings sometimes, if there's like a special purpose there. And then of course, just that relationship with our body. That can happen in so many different ways. Sometimes I get the question of like, when people do this in a life between lives or a space between lives session, that's, I feel like, the most common modality to have something like this done. So sometimes people will ask, like, is it always the same? Like, do they always go into, sometimes you'll hear people say like, it was like I was in a store and they were like hanging on a rack, or people will be like, I walked into a room and there was 3 options and I picked the middle one. Or I know one of my clients was in this space where it was kind of like all these TV screens. That was the first time I saw where she was seeing all these kind of TV screens with different shapes and colors, and it represented like body capabilities, emotional capabilities, like just like mental strengths, psychic strengths, who knows, personality stuff. And it was like based on kind of this like weird collage of like color and shapes that she was like, that one, that's the one I'm going to pick. And so it wasn't even a body. It was kind of like a metaphor for the body that she chose. So it really is different. Sometimes people have the sensation when they're in whatever space they're in, when they make that choice, sometimes they feel like they're there alone. Sometimes they feel like they're there and maybe their primary guide, if they feel like they have a primary guide, or maybe one of their spirit guides is there. Sometimes it's a spirit guide and maybe someone who like specializes in helping souls pick a body. There's like this third entity there that's just kind of like a guide in that space. So it really can take any shape. And so today in our hypnotic journey, we're going to actually go into the garden of the guides just so we can get there quick. We've been going there, so we'll do kind of an abbreviated journey to get there. And then in that space, you'll be able to like recall the memories of that. So even though we're not like going into the space between lives and like going to that actual memory, you'll be able to access that memory. And so as usual, just trust, get weird, go with it. Um, so what I also think is cool is not only being a woman. I know how much it's like we're constantly being told that we're at war with our bodies, or we feel like we're at war with our bodies. When I was 22, so like in 2002, I became a personal trainer, and it took me like 2 years maybe to be like, this idea of like calories in, calories out, like that's not really how things work. Like there is something else at play. And sure, I could have had clients who were all lying to me, but it was like some people just can't get to this like correct BMI number or whatever body shape they have in mind. And yes, I believe that's true just like on a physical level. Like some people are just taller, some people are just bigger, some people are just thicker, some people are just wafier, whatever. There's all kinds of bodies. But I think that what I was starting to notice was almost like the people who would make big shifts and maintain those shifts in whatever changes they wanted to make in their body, I was seeing that it wasn't just what was happening in the gym, or wasn't just happening what they were eating. Like, yes, those things can move the needle, whatever we want to make our bodies do or feel like or look like. But it would also be accompanied with like some kind of new lease on life. Whatever they had gone through, they like processed it, they like came out on the other side. It was always like this energetic transformation, not just like, oh, this thing is happening in the gym and that's it. And that really informed like how I worked with people, and even really informed like why I got the fuck out of that wellness industry, because we're kind of, when we're in that space, we're kind of set up just looking in the wrong direction. I feel like when it comes to feeling good in our body, not feeling like we're at war with our body, not feeling like we're always wondering when the other shoe is going to drop, whatever that means. Like if it's pain or injury or changing shape of your body, going back to the way it used to be or whatever. Yeah, so the wellness industry, what I'll say is I just kept kind of digging and digging, and it was like what was going on with people energetically, emotionally, mentally, had a lot to do with like how they were feeling in their body. Um, yeah. And in that, I think it's so interesting to then move into a hypnosis career where people come in, and a lot of times people think weight loss when they think hypnosis. And even though that wasn't at all my route when going into hypnosis, like I got that question a lot, where sometimes when people would talk about like an injury or pain or something specific to their body, I would just ask them like, what other questions do you have about your body? How do you feel about your body? Do you want to ask a question to your spirit guides about that? And it was really cool to unknowingly, to me, like still be standing shoulder to shoulder on some level, working on body stuff with clients, but like from a completely mental, spiritual, like transcendental space. And that to me has that has taught me so much. Like, it's confirmed things I thought along the way. It's even elevated that, even just creating a relationship more so with our bodies, where it's not just this adversarial thing where we only pay attention to it when we want to change it for whatever reason, pain, looks, ability, whatever. And so really almost like you're building a relationship, like find something fun to do together. Like get some pleasurable things to do together, and whatever that means to you. Pleasure doesn't have to be sex or food. It can be whatever you want to do. And I think when we kind of build that relationship and we can actually create something with our body where it's like helping us do the things we want to do, we're helping it do the things that it wants to do, and we're experiencing joy and pleasure together, at least on a somewhat regular basis, like that to me, I've seen make huge shifts in our body. And then it goes from if you were trying to create change in your body for whatever reason, it goes from like a policing relationship to like we're on the same team. What do you need? Here's what I need. Here's what we're going to do next. You okay with that? How are you feeling? And like, what a beautiful way to go about life. So yeah, it's the body is, I think it's like the front line of the whole experience on Earth. It is the vehicle that we have. And so why not like get to know it, understand it, try to feel good in it more often, and just like enjoy that journey. Because it's like husbands come and go, kids come and go. This body though, it's yours. It's yours.
And now it's time for the hypnotic journey. To take a hypnotic journey and understand reasons that will help you today to understand why you chose this body. So all you have to do is recline back, close your eyes, and just listen.
Anytime we do a hypnotic journey, if you want to keep your notebook nearby or however you take notes, and if it's helpful to like, when I'm asking the questions, to sit up and write, there are a lot of questions. So just so you know, if you don't want to sit up and write, you will be hypnotically suggested to remember, and you will remember. But if you want to sit up and write, you totally can. It won't break the trance. Okay. Yeah, so just getting into a comfortable position and just taking a deep breath wherever you are. And whenever you exhale, just really draw out that exhale. And then take another deep breath in and a full breath out, and just do that 1 or 2 more times. Good. And just feeling yourself letting go, sinking deeper with each breath. And just drifting to the sound of my voice, and just focusing intently on my words and on the journey as it unfolds. And just know that if you drop too deeply asleep, you'll hear my voice saying the word now. And you'll respond to that word, now. It'll sound loud and clear. And you'll wake up just enough to focus once again on my words and on the journey. Pictures, images, impressions, feelings, sensations, they'll all float easily into your mind in response to my words. And now imagine or bring your awareness to that spark of light in the center of your being. That spark of light in the center of your physical form. And this is the ancient, all-knowing and eternal part of you. It's the part of you that lives life after life and life in between lives. Good. And now with each breath, just know that this spark of light is growing bigger and brighter. With each effortless breath and heartbeat, just know that this spark is becoming bigger and brighter. And this light becomes so big and so bright, this light that you are, that it begins to form a protective, loving bubble of light all around you. And have this bubble of light surround you with its love and protection. As you go deeper and deeper relaxed. And you are now totally protected by this loving bubble of light. And only truth and love can enter as you go deeper and deeper relaxed. And now bring your awareness back to your center, the core of you. And now connect to imagine your root system going from the base of your spine down into the earth. And as you're imagining these roots reaching and growing so far, so wide, and so deep, and just know that with each exhale, you're releasing anything that's no longer serving you, anything that you're ready to let go of that's been weighing you down. And just know that that energy moves down into these roots. And our great Mother Earth takes that energy and she composts it into creativity, into love and nourishment for everyone and everything who calls Earth home. And just know that her grounding, nourishing, protective energy is running to you through this root system, relaxing you and healing you. And now bring your awareness to the very top of your head. Imagine your crown opening up and allow that light to come in. Beautiful light from the universe, from above. And just allow this light to penetrate every part of your being. As you go deeper and deeper relaxed. Good. And just know that this color is embracing every part of your being, from your head through your neck and shoulders, through your torso, through your hips, all the way down into your legs and feet. And just have this healing light from above completely fill you and relax you so deeply. And you're now totally protected, grounded to Mother Earth, and connected to this universal healing and wisdom. During this entire session, this loving, healing, relaxing energy is moving through you, relaxing you, and healing you. letting go and just allowing this energy, this frequency, to take you even deeper. And now something is beginning to happen, and we don't know exactly what will happen or how it's happening, but it is happening. And now simply allow the deepest part of yourself to just let go and evolve into this experience. Good. And now, in this place of expanded consciousness, expanded awareness, as you move into a realm of pure and unconditional love, a realm of all knowing, all experiencing, and all being. And now allow this delightful, peaceful, loving energy that surrounds you to gently lift your awareness from where you are. Imagine yourself above your body, witnessing the room around you. And now imagine your awareness floating up until you're in the sky looking down at the home or the building or space you're currently in. And now imagine your awareness floating higher and taking flight. That familiar flight to the Garden of the Guides. You've done this flight before. Just allow this journey to unfold. And as this journey unfolds, your awareness lifts higher and higher, taking that familiar route to the Garden of the Guides. And just allow this flight, this journey to unfold. And soon you begin to see you're standing just outside this divine garden, this Garden of the Guides. You notice an arch walkway that leads you into the garden. You notice the beautiful light, smells, the sights. Notice all the things that comfort you as you step into this walkway. Stepping into this walkway, you know that this garden feels so familiar. As I count to 5, you'll continue to move into this walkway. And when I say 5, you'll be in the garden, feeling totally calm and totally peaceful. 1, moving through this beautiful walkway. 2, feeling calm. 3, so peaceful. 4, closer now. And 5, into the garden, feeling totally calm and totally peaceful. Stepping into this garden space, you pause and observe your surroundings, taking in the joy and the wonder here. The details from any previous visit to this garden supplies a knowing, a feeling of deep love, a feeling of being loved deeply. you'll be able to receive and understand insights and guidance that'll help you in the highest and best way today. Knowing this now, you feel effortlessly drawn to a space in this garden, a space where you can relax completely. And you go there now. Maybe it's a park bench or a hammock, table and chairs, a soft blanket on the grass, or a log to sit on. Just allow yourself to settle into this space. Relaxing into this place, knowing you're completely safe. With each heartbeat and each breath, effortlessly and automatically, sinking into a deeper state of relaxation and a higher state of knowing. Know that in this garden of the guides, you can invite your spirit guides in now, and they may already be there. But just know that in this garden of the guides, you may not see your guide or guides, but they are there. You may get their insights via a knowing, a sense, a memory, a vision, a feeling, or a future action to take. No matter what unfolds, just easily let the details fall into your mind, your body, and your soul. You can feel and access your guides and hear my words together, easily and automatically. Just relax here, enjoy the comfort of their presence. I'm going to ask some questions and you'll just observe what comes to mind. And you can write that down or just relax, observe, and know that you'll remember. My first question for your spirit guide or guides: what can you know about the time and space where you chose this body? Just allow the details to come in. Where you were when you chose this body, if you were with anyone else, what kind of shape or space did this body selection take place in? Just allow all the details and memories to come forward in your mind, and just relax and observe. What can you know about the time and space where you chose this body? Just observe and know that you'll remember. What can you know about the time and space where you chose this body? And just know that you'll remember it all. As we move to our next question, just allow a memory or knowing to come to mind. Why did you choose this body? Why did you choose this body? Just know that you'll remember. Just allowing a memory or a knowing. Why did you choose this body? And just allowing these answers to unfold. Why you chose your body. And what are the benefits of having this body? What are the benefits of having this body? Just allow the details to come in. What are the benefits of having this body? And what else can you know about why you chose this body? Just allow anything else to come in about why you chose this body. And just know that you'll remember. And our next question for your spirit guide or guides: what's the most important thing for you to know right now about taking care of your body? What's the most important thing for you to know right now about taking care of your body? Just relax, observe what comes to mind, and know that you'll remember. Good. Just relax and observe. The most important thing for you to know right now about taking care of your body. Good. Taking all of these insights with you effortlessly and automatically. Our next question: what can you do or stop doing to enjoy being in your body more? What can you do or stop doing so you can enjoy being in your body? Just allow the details to come in, any memories, any visuals, and know that you'll remember. Good. Just know that you'll remember. What can you do or stop doing so you can enjoy being in your body more? Good. And our next question for our spirit guides: when it comes to being connected to the wisdom of your body, what can you know or remember about the best ways for you to get the messages that your body is sending and to honor those messages lovingly? What can you know or remember about communicating or receiving messages from your body? Just allow the details to come to mind and know that you'll remember. What are the best ways for you to communicate with your body? And what can you know about humans taking care of their bodies in general? So, on a general human level, what can we know just about humans and how they could communicate with their body or take better care of their bodies? And just allow anything to come to mind about general knowledge about humans and their bodies.
Good. Just observe what comes to mind and know that you'll remember. And now, before we come back to the present moment, I want you to pause and just reflect on your thoughts, on your desires. And when you think about your body or how you want to feel in your body, just holding that in the front of your mind. And with that, think of a time or allow a memory to come into mind when you felt that way, whether it was the way you existed at a certain age, or one thing that you did one time that made you feel that way in your body. Or maybe you get a future vision of what that would look like and how that would feel. But just allow an image, a memory, a vision to come into your imagination where you felt that way in your body that you want to feel. Whether you describe it as feeling good or free or strong or at home or purposeful or however else. But just be in that memory or that vision of the future, of you feeling that way. And feel that feeling in your body, in your mind. And imagine turning that feeling up, like you're turning up the volume. And see if you can feel it even more in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your soul. Yeah, and just feel it. And maybe you can even feel love or gratitude in there, even if it is just a seed. But just be in that memory or that vision, feeling so good in yourself, in your body. And just know that every day it'll get easier and easier for you to not only feel this way spontaneously, but to gravitate toward people, toward things, situations, jobs, experiences, opportunities that make you feel this way even more. And just know that's happening effortlessly and automatically. And you'll feel it more and more every day. Good. And just taking these feelings with you, knowing that in the next few days or even weeks, you might get even more insights, even more wisdom from this experience or through this experience. It's always yours, and you can always be learning from it. For now, it's time to return to the present moment, moving away from this garden of the guides. Imagine your awareness lifting up and floating back toward the present moment. And just taking a moment to send love and gratitude to your spirit guides, to any enlightened beings who are with you today on this journey. And know that every day you're going to be more and more able to fully connect to your body and really embody the life you came here to create. I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and when I say 1, you'll be balanced and ready for the next part of your day. 5, remembering everything you experience. 4, bringing those experiences back to the present moment.
3, more in touch with the room around you. 2, beginning to feel sensation in your fingers and toes. And 1, feeling wonderful, comfortable, confident, peaceful, and just slowly coming up.